Whew. Oh, started up my YouTube very quickly. Didn't do my Facebook as fast. And I got to start this. Oh, so busy. Get my hat on together too, so I can be prepared. See, now we're on. Now we're official. Hey, this is Louis Porter Jr. You're watching Transparency Agenda Daily. I rush back to my seat as I'm half awake and I need to shave. I think I'll shave tomorrow because I feel so out of sorts when I'm not like decently shaved. At least not decently shaved. So what's going on tonight with Transparency Agenda? I don't know. Let's look at these new Kickstarters. A lot of Kickstarters going on. A lot of Kickstarters. Some I've missed and some I didn't know about. And so I wanted to send these out. I'll just go put these all the way here. We're going to be talking about Kickstarters. Move this back over. Let's really move this one over here. See, this is what happens when you don't really get started when you're supposed to get started and you're jumping around. You got to move things around. You don't plan to move around. So first off, we're going to talk about our buddies over at Legendary Games. They have a Kickstarter going on, the Forest Kingdom Campaign Compendium for Pathfinder and 5e. It's doing very, very well. Initial goal was 4,000. It's now at 23,000, almost 24,000, like, $35 away. They got 6 days to go. Looks like they're going to do very, very well with that. I think it's going to be a very big seller for them. They did a good job the first time, so I only expect it to be quality. Not really a surprise. And plus, it's Legendary Games. I mean, there's very few companies out there that I probably like as much as them because A, they're friends, B, they're friendly, and more importantly, they're very much about the add-ons they've done for stuff. I thought, hey, that's a good idea. I should try that, and I've modified some of the things they did. Like they did the whole Iconics line where you did the different Iconics for the Adventure Pass. Well, that got me inspired to do the same thing for New Access, adding like 4 New Access characters and 4 regular ones. So maybe you could get a little more into seeing the characters. So yeah, there's a lot of good inspiration, a lot of good guys, a lot of great things to say about them. Can't say anything bad about them. They're good guys. Next up, we have Lore of the Gods. And this is a Pathfinder edition. I believe this book was originally 3.5. Yeah, 3.5 is put out a while ago, during the 3.5 age. Stephen Creech, Tim Hitchcock is now working on it. Some other guys who I don't know, Justin Slutter. I didn't know he was working on that. See, someone else I didn't know was working on it. They had a low goal. I think they've reached it already. Actually, so the low goal is $4,000. I guess it just started. They got 29 days left, so it just started. So it's still very, very fresh. Check it out. Like I say, man, the art looks good, and people involved look good. So I'm assuming it's going to be a good book. Looks like it's going to be a large 400-page book. It looks like. So if you're into those big books and you want to do some more stuff on gods, hey, this is the book for you. It really ain't rocket science here. It's kind of simple. If you know that would be what you'd like, you should pick it up. Just saying. Next up is Underworld Races and Classes, 5th edition, and Pathfinder. This is the guys from Adventure a Week, which is AAW Games. I like the ones Adventure a Week. I really like that name. The original goal was $1,000. They're now at 23,000, almost 24,000, like 270 something away. So not so bad. And they still have 10 days left, so they're probably going to do very, very well. If you like more races and you like more stuff, and I must say, first off, I like that they showed the layout on the page, which I thought was very cool. And they show you, which I think is very, very smart, they show you 2 different sides of the same layout. They show you one layout for 5e and a different layout for Pathfinder. So, and the Pathfinder one falls very much in line with Pathfinder one. The 5e one falls very much in line with 5e. I feel sorry for the poor designers that lay out the book twice because God knows there's nothing worse, but someone's got to do it. Thank God it ain't me. So there you go. They have a lot of artwork, so you can see a lot of pictures. You can see what you're getting yourself into, what you're going to be picking up. What are the races they talked about? Some races I've never heard of. Nefarious Bat People, that's always cool. Crystal Infused Champions of Life. Okay, that could be interesting. Drow, of course. And some stuff, some more stuff I haven't heard of, new stuff, some interesting stuff. Like I said, I'm sure it's going to be quality. Not even a question. Will it be good? Of course it's going to be good. They've done tons of stuff, so it's not really a surprise it's going to be good. Even the art for this whole thing looks good. But once again, Adventures a Week is another solid, well-known, well-respected guys who've done great products, so I only expect good things out of this. Yeah, let's see the stretch goals. They keep adding races per stretch goals. For every $1,000 raised after funding, we'll unlock a new piece of artwork and a fantasy artist. To the fantasy artist, what mysteries? Okay, they're doing more stuff. I think it's simple. It's a simple way to do it. And then you get more stretch goals. Backer goals. I always appreciate that. 100 backer goals in the Underworld weapons and armor, Pathfinder Hero Labs file. Just good stuff you'd want to have if you're playing. I think this is smart. I've always believed doing these kind of goals are just a good thing to do. And I like how they designed their little bar here. Very cool. See, there's all kinds of cool stuff. Plus, they also show you the artist and his work. He has actually looks like some YouTube videos, and you can see his work in action. See, this is what I like. It's a very big, very impressive, very cool Kickstarter with a lot of art, which is important for me, that you can check out and see all the good stuff going on. Of course, we got our buddies over at Canis. Let's see where they are now. Just literally $33 away from 58,000. 3 days left. They're still doing great. I'm sure they're going to get a big kick. So let's figure they'll probably do $60,000, $62,000, $63,000. That's not bad. I can keep telling them I wish they do a Pathfinder version. I don't see why they don't. Someone should approach them and ask them to convert their stuff to Pathfinder. Just saying. Just saying. Dropping hints. Just saying. And there you go. That's all the Pathfinder stuff going on. As always, let's talk about. Control Z. I just made a major mistake there. Trying to get some stuff together, and we got some more stuff that I'm talking about. Where their upcoming organized play. We've got that coming on. The usual places going on there. So you're going to check those links you got there. Boom. And now let me get these for YouTube, since I'm doing this all kind of one-handed in a weird sort of way. Boom. All right. So there's all the stuff there. Yeah, I really don't have a lot today. Today was a very quiet day. Nothing really crazy happened online that I read or saw, or maybe I missed something, but I don't think I saw anything, which I guess is good, because you don't always want to see some crazy things going on online. You want to be able to enjoy the onlineness, just saying. And, just thinking about more stuff to do with organized play. Still thinking that kind of stuff. I'll be doing that for the next, umpteenth years. Oh, there will be something. Here's something I will talk about, and this is more of a personal thing. So on Vulture, if you know what Vulture is, it's an online magazine. They're talking about the new Black Panther movie. I'm gonna have to put this link in because I find it really important. I think people should read this, and it's one of those little inspiring moments that you get a little insight of me. But I thought it was, important to see. Bloody hell! Where's the? That's what you hate when you do these in the wrong place. So Vulture magazine did, I guess I call it a magazine. Vulture blog did an article on the Black Panther. Panther's a P, not with an O. The Black Panther movie coming out. And there's a lot of stuff, and I read it, and I really thought it was important. And I liked it a lot. I mean, I was like, ooh, this is very cool. I cannot wait to see what this movie is going to be like. I mean, I'm excited. I mean, let's not kid anybody. The appearance in Civil War was awesome. It's like I can only guess that's going to be doing some cool stuff. No, I've not seen the trailer yet. I've heard that it's up, but I've not seen. Sorry for people who don't know. Apparently, there's a trailer for Krypton out that I haven't seen. I saw the little image of it, and I was like, oh, gotta check it out. It's on the list. You know how things are. This article came up today, and I was reading it, and I was really, I was like, wow, that's a cool article. But the piece of the article really just like touched me in the weirdest sort of way, not like in a bad, like, show me the dolly where you touched me, but in a really cool, like, Jesus, talk about a pitch. And I'm gonna read the second part, but the first part of it, I didn't like how they responded to this, but and this is something I guess I'll read the whole entire thing, so I'll tell you my feelings. Still, the most important thing about the ways the Black Panther looks is who is presents as powerful. At a time where there are too many superheroes who are led by blandly handsome white man named Chris, Black Panther celebrates a cast made up of almost exclusively dark-skinned black actors, most of whom really get the headlines live-action movies of this size, despite their more than evident talent. If this movie succeeds on a worldwide scale, most Marvel entries, it will refute the notion espoused by many Hollywood executives that black films don't travel, meaning they don't travel to other countries and sell well. More importantly, it is a creative breakthrough that launches a new mythology and coaxes the underrepresented audiences to the bigger dream. And this is the phrase that blew my mind. It could become the Black Star Wars. Okay, couple things. First and foremost, I'm a big fan of being inclusive. I want everybody to be inclusive in what we do. I don't think you have to be inclusive by denigrating somebody else. There's too many white guys. Well, how can we have so many? Oh my God, that's not what inclusive is about. There's nothing wrong with having white male heroes. I've seen white male heroes my entire life. Do I wish there were more black ones? Of course I do. But I don't think you get there by, telling someone they're wrong. And, that if someone told, you need more black here or did the reverse, which happens all the time, I don't think that's right. And I definitely don't think it's right to white guys. Look, you don't have to. Marvel Comics wants to become very, very diverse with more characters and more color. I get it. I totally understand it. The reason they picked the characters they did was they're already popular by name. They thought, like many people think, it doesn't matter who it is. The names are interchangeable. Just put a woman in the place, put a black guy, put someone gay. Doesn't matter. Fundamentally, that's a problem for me because when I read a book like Iron Man, for example, I want to read about Tony Stark. I know you want to put a smart young black girl in the part. That I totally get. You don't do it by, you're killing Tony, slapping her in the thing. That's not how you get fans like me on board. And I know most of you are like, well, we don't care about you older fans. You don't matter to us. But it is kind of important because this is kind of one of the situations that, once again, where marketing is leading the creative. And that's a bad idea. If you wanted to incorporate a young, smart girl in the book, you could easily do that. Over time, they did with Rhodey. Rhodey didn't appear in the armor the first time he saw it. Rhodey, over time, developed as a really cool character. You liked him. And then he got in the armor. And then you're like, oh, okay, he's Iron Man. Not a big, it wasn't a huge thing. Oh, my God, Rhodey's Iron Man. No, it was natural. Tony's, no offense, drunk on the floor. Rhodey's like, crap, I got to put this armor on and be Iron Man. And Rhodey was Iron Man and developed out into War Machine, but I still think it's a better looking armor, personally. But, I like that kind of transition. I like when characters you already know have developed over time and now. Like even the Jane Foster on Thor. I love that. I love that they played it up that she's got cancer and it's like, oh my God, it couldn't be Jane. Oh my God, it is Jane. That's a cool way to do it. You don't have to disrespect the character that you're creating because you just want to do something diverse. I get it. I understand diversity. I'm very, very familiar with diversity. But what I'm not familiar with is the dislike for white males. And yeah, okay, white males do get a lot. Okay, that's how the cards got dealt. I'm not going to cry about what they got. I'm going to worry about what I can do the best to make the most creative stuff possible where people like what I do. That's to me. I don't think you don't lift anybody up by stepping on someone else's back. We can all work together. We can all do cool things. I work with tons of guys who are white who, they've done creative stuff. And sometimes I tell them, hey, I'd like to make this character a female. I'd like to make this character a male. I'd like to make, there's sometimes they forget, but it's only natural to write and create people who look like you. And usually the minority, you're used to seeing that kind of situation. So sometimes you will always turn in a character who is a different race than what you'd expect, depending where you are. Maybe it's a trans woman as the main character, or it's a black male. The use of the race shouldn't be for what the story is based on. The Black Panther is interesting. It's great that he's black, but the Black Panther is interesting because he's got a cool costume. He's a king. He's also this cool scientist. He's incredibly strong. And there's a lot of other stuff. But him being black is important, but it shouldn't overshadow the other stuff. Males and females, the difference between a male and female body is 5%. 5% difference physically. That's the difference. That's the difference between a male and a female. That shouldn't be the main focus of your story. I've written female characters. I've created female characters. I've created male characters. I've created white, black, gay, straight, unknown, not telling. It's just you don't have to be. And I see this online a lot. It's a lot of this just. If it was reversed, it'd be called like racism or sexism. People are mad at males, especially white males. I'm sorry, white males. Once again, I'm defending white guys. I don't know what that's about, but it's like they're attacking them, and I can't understand why we can't, as creative people, have people who spend their time making fun things and making stuff make believe. Why we can't work together? You don't have to alienate somebody. You don't raise yourself up by standing on somebody else. I don't think that's necessary. I've never believed it's necessary. I don't think you have to do it. I think you can do cool stuff. Look, everybody knows I've been working on a comic book for years. My main character, I've worked on a comic book in my head. For my line called Amazing Comics. I've been working for a long time. I think it's the diversity are, Jesus. I think it's good to make diverse things. It only makes it more realistic. But at the same time, I also mean like really diverse. I mean, let's talk about the problem that people don't like to talk about. And I'll say this, and I know a lot of people go, oh, look, you can't just have books that are very specifically left-leaning, ultra, everybody loves everybody, hug and kiss. You also have to include people who you may not agree with, and you may not fundamentally agree with. I have a lot of friends who are Republicans, and I don't mean just like Republicans. I mean like far-end Republicans, not insane Republicans, don't get me wrong, but they are very much Republicans. They are very conservative. They don't understand the liberal agenda, and it's like, I get that. For myself, I'm very much in the center. I've done my best to kind of stay very much in the center. Like I said, kind of economics, I'm very, very Republican. Social issues, I'm very, very Democrat. But I'm not an extreme of either one of those. I'm very much in the middle. I let live and let live. That's good for us all. So, God, I just lost my train of thought. This damn article popped up. Sean put this article up about the Marvel and the whole blaming diversity on bad sales. I'm not going to lie. I think diversity killed their sales. Look, I've been reading comic books for a long time. I know when books are going to succeed. I know when books are going to fail. Very rarely have I been wrong about that kind of stuff. I understand comics incredibly well. That's why I love the industry. To just change characters, race, sexuality, whatever, just as a marketing ploy is not a good long-term strategy. It is not a good strategy to get me as a long-term person on board. And that was the real problem. You know, Ms. Marvel, and I keep calling her Ms. Marvel because when I read the book, she was Ms. Marvel. Now, Captain Marvel. My version of Captain Marvel is a dead Kree guy. It's always been that way. I don't think you have to diminish him by raising her. You don't. And I like that she's Captain Marvel. Once again, Captain Marvel's still the guy with the lightning bolt from DC. That's another issue in itself. But then to push her as being, she's going to be the next big female superhero for Marvel. And it's like, Marvel has a ton of female superheroes, a ton of them. And a lot of them are really just groundbreaking characters. I mean, really, they're pretty like, wow, those are awesome characters. And me putting Ms. Marvel, I know. I keep calling her Ms. Marvel. Captain Marvel, that position never really made sense to me because of all the back history of the story and all the retardedness that was done. And yeah, that story with Marcus, and oh my God, that was a crazy. But the redemption done very well in Avengers Annual number 10. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Avengers Annual number 10, you should read issue 200 of Avengers. Look at that. Porter pulled it out of the pocket. Amazing. Read those two issues and kind of, it's just, yeah, you don't have to, you can do good stuff. Everybody can be creative. Let's just all be creative and do creative stuff. That's all I'm saying. That's what I'm always saying. Let's be creative, just do some awesome stuff. Like, look, here's a book. It's a book I love. It's one of my favorite books, Negation. It was done by the boys at CrossGen. This book is officially like 16 years old. I still have like 2 copies of this book. This is the prequel. What I love most about this book is in this prequel, the majority of the main characters you see over and over have a lot of powers and abilities that are pretty impressive and stuff like that. But the most dangerous character on the entire book is this guy right here, Obregon Kane. Kane has no abilities. He has no special powers. Like that. He's just a military captain. He's been trapped on this planet, and there's some stuff going on. It's a very, very sci-fi book. I love it. Because what makes Kane like the most scary guy in the book, Kane's always thinking. Kane is the Batman of that book. And it has nothing to do with his color of his skin. It has nothing to do with that kind of BS. It's like Kane's dangerous because Kane's thinking. When you think he's just talking to you, he's plotted something out that you didn't notice and you didn't see. He's very much a thinking character. If Kane was white, I'd love the character. If Kane was black, I'd love the character. Kane's a cool character. That's why I love him. And the characters in the book, all different colors, ages, races, species, and they play on that in the book very well. And I think this has been one of my favorite books. I mean, look, you want to talk about diversity? Read Negation. There's trade paperbacks that are available. They're hard to find, but you can find them. Read the first one. It's called Bohica. And if you know what Bohica means, I will tell you people. If you don't know, Bohica is an acronym for bend over. Here it comes again. And he says it all the time. That's this phrase he uses a lot. And he doesn't tell you like later on. I gave it away, but if you're military, you know that term. But it's a great term that constantly things keep happening in this book that are bad. And also in this book, people die. People die in the series. People get killed in this series like a George R. Martin kind of like book. People are just like, you meet him, could be dead. Meet him, oh, dead. Thought he was important, dead. He wasn't that important. And they're very much like that. You're like, did you like that character? Like him a lot? Dead. We don't care. And the story is very much like that. And it's one of my favorite series. And I have all the trades, all 4 of them. I have every issue of Negation. I read them constantly and over because I understand, with that's good writing with the diverse everything. This is the type of book you should be making. This book is awesome. I mean, the heroes are great, the villains are great, the ideas and concepts are great, and it's a science fiction book with a little bit of science fantasy. And I'll tell you, if you all didn't know, one of the ideas we stole from here, the whole concept of their sigils for our Lazarus brain. Oh, and the other thing. So this, let's see if I can actually say it so you'll know. Oh, they do say it down here. So, wrong way. This little says Night Wall. This is an idea I stole. I like this idea. Oops, sorry, over here. I like this idea of this big wall of night comes in. I use this for Obsidian Twilight and Obsidian Apocalypse. It was an effect that I thought was the coolest thing. I said I wanted to do it, and I copied it straight from this book. I always steal the good stuff. You know me, I'm stealing good stuff. So I'm gonna put a link to this. I'm gonna find some books. I think you guys should really read this. If you're a fan of just good books and you want to read some good stuff, I can't recommend it enough. I love it. Oh, Negation. I've talked about Negation in the past. It's, like I said, it's a favorite topic of mine. It comes up all the time when I do this stuff. I said I wasn't even planning to talk about all this today, but I guess, you get inspired. You see something cool, you get inspired. I want to talk about it. All right, put this over here for everybody. And I'll put it over here for you guys on Facebook. All right, so yeah, do yourself a favor. Read Negation. You can find some stuff. Read, if you can find some. They're probably not that expensive. They're probably, a dollar bin, but the stories are worth it. I mean, hit the table. The stories are so worth it. And, come back, read these books, read them, and then come back and talk to me about diversity. Do that. You do that, I'll be good. We can talk about it. But don't talk about it if you haven't read those. I don't want to talk about diversity. I want to hear about your opinion. I don't want to hear that you think that people are treating people. I don't care. I want you actually to read something that really is diverse in every way you can imagine and does awesome stories. That's what you need to focus on. Do that, and then you come back and talk to me. Until then, forget about it. All right, it's been on for 20 minutes. I've been talking and rambling and getting all excited. See, it never is the same with me. You think it's one thing, it never ends the same way. I start with one way, then I see something, I get inspired, and next thing you know, we go off on a tangent. All right, everybody. Tomorrow will be Wednesday. I don't know if I'm picking up any books tomorrow. I don't know what I'm going to be doing tomorrow, but I'm doing something. I'll be doing something. It'll be something exciting, but you never know. You never know. All right, and as always, boom, just a favor, go check us on YouTube, sign us up here on Facebook, or go to our main page on Facebook and sign up. It's going to be, more interesting stuff. I'll probably talk about some more organized play tomorrow. I got to talk to Michael. I don't know. He doesn't know it yet, but I got to call him. And that's about it. All right, I'm getting out of here. As always, go tell your parents you love them, because you never know. Anything can happen, and I'm sure they love you. Also, tell your children you love them too, of course. I'm not negating Lucas, but he's in bed now, so I don't have to worry about that. Now I'm going to go off and get myself in some trouble. I'll talk to you all tomorrow.